Check, check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the chat, please. I'm having some technical difficulties. Please bear with me. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me see. I could try and test it. I'm not getting nothing out of my headphones. Jesus. Oh, can you guys hear me? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I see the audio movement. Man, I can't hear shit in my headphones. Music that's playing. Alright, so can y'all hear me? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me know if I'm coming through your speaker phone. It's your brother Bolo VNR. And we're gonna talk about Jamaica right now. We're gonna talk about Jamaica politics, man. We're not gonna allow anything to derail this topic. It's too important. Let me go to this article real quick. So shout out to Hot Off the Press. I came across this story from her page. However, I had to do some digging. I had to do some research because there's some stuff about this situation that I am not, you know, very versed on, or do I understand? Right? So I have to pull up these articles, and we're gonna go through it together. So please bear with me real quick. This is gonna take some reading to get understanding. All right. And shout out to Hot Off the Press for bringing the news. All right. Let me share my screen real quick. This is for all my Jamaican people, man. We need to pay attention to this. This is very, very serious. All right. This is not even funny. Oh, this is what the Office of the Political Ombudsman. No, that's not what I want to share right now. We'll get to that at the back end after reading the first part of this. After reading the first part of this article right here. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, why didn't it go straight to the article? They trying to piss me off. I clicked the direct link to the article. Why are they doing that? I want the direct link to the story. Why are they giving me a blank page? The page isn't working. Don't tell me that they deleted it. Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, if they delete this page, man, I'm calling it right now. Jamaica is all the way corrupt. Malibu, what's her name? What's her name? Marlene Malahoo. Yeah, Marlene Malahoo. If they delete this article, Jamaica is all the way gone to hell. Malahoo. If I can't find this article on the Gleaner, I'm done with Jamaica. I just read this article 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. Where is the article? Where's the article? This article was released 10 hours ago. Where is it? Are you kidding me? What in the world? All right, let me try on my phone. Maybe the computer is bugging. I'm a calm down. I'm a calm down. I'm a calm down. I'm a calm down. Calm down. Maybe the article is bugging. Let me copy this. Let me copy this title right here and send it to my send it to my. Y'all bear with me, y'all. How y'all doing, by the way? Y'all bear with me. I'm getting texts. Everything's happening, goddamn it. Everything is happening, but we're gonna get through this because this is too important. This is way too important. I cannot believe this. Wow. Let me go right here. Click search. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Bingo. Bingo. We're here, my good people. We are here. The CRC to recommend the ECJ enrichment in Constitution without the political ombudsman function. All right. They are the CRC to recommend the ECJ enshrined in, no, not enriched, my bad. CRC recommends the ECJ enshrined in Constitution without the political ombudsman function. All right? That's the first thing we need to understand right there. Now, before I read this article, I'm going to go over to the next article to find out what is the function of the political ombudsman. Why would they want to remove the function of the political ombudsman from the ECJ? Why would they want to do that? And the ECJ is the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. It deals with elections. All right? Just for reference. All right? All right? So here we go. Let me put this up here. Yep. This is the official website. Let me read. The Office of the Political Ombudsman was established as a commission of parliament to conduct investigations in accordance with the provisions of the Political Ombudsman Interim Act 2002. The Ombudsman is an official appointment by the Governor General by instrument under the broad seal after consultant with the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. So there's three people involved in the appointment of the political ombudsman: the general, the Governor General, the Leader of the Opposition, and the Prime Minister at the time, right? The political ombudsman has a significant degree of independence. Significant degree of independence, very important, and is charged with representing the interest of the public investigation and addressing. Is in charge of representing interest of public investigation, right? Public investigation and addressing complaints reported by individuals. We need to go no further. This is the function of the political ombudsman, right? To operate with a degree of independence, charged with representing the interest of the public by investigating and addressing complaints reported by individuals. Why is that important? Because we're dealing with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. We're dealing with elections. The elections are coming up soon. And now, in this article that I'm about to switch to, we have just seen the importance of the political ombudsman. I want y'all to remember the importance of the political ombudsman as we go through this article that I'm about to go through. Stop sharing. Let me share the next screen. Let's get it. We're going to go through it. Boom, right there. All right, so this is the title. CRC to recommend ECJ enshrined into the Constitution without the political ombudsman. They want to eliminate the function of the political ombudsman from the ECJ. Why in the hell would you want to eliminate his function when Jamaica has a history of corruption in elections on both sides of the parties? Why would you want to do this? Miss Malahoo or Mrs. Malahoo? Why would you recommend this? Whose instructions are you going off to recommend that we eliminate, right, the political ombudsman function from the Electoral Commission of Jamaica? Make it make sense. Shout out to Ryan Campbell, God's face, cutting edge. Salute to y'all. We're going into Jamaica politics right now for who cares. The people in the diaspora, overseas, my Jamaican people, this is for you. And for those who want to learn about the ins and outs of Jamaican politics, this video right here is something that you want to watch. Shout out to O Speaks. He likes these kinds of videos, right? So let's go into the article, what they're talking about. Because this is a long-ass article. I ain't going to lie to you. And I'm going to put this as big as possible on the screen so y'all can follow me. The constitutional reform, that is the CRC. The Constitutional Reform Committee is to recommend that the Electoral Commission of Jamaica be enshrined in the Constitution without the function of the political ombudsman. A consensus proposal that the cabinet will be hard-pressed to vote down. Really? We'll be hard-pressed to vote down. I guess that means to vote for. The Marlene Malahoo Forte Chaired Committee is expected to sign off on a report with the CRC Phase 1 recommendations today, right? The document will then head to Cabinet for its approval, after which the government will decide whether to pursue further consultation at the parliamentary level or go straight towards proposing law that will kickstart the move towards removing the British monarch as Jamaican's head of state. Jamaica is not ready for that, in my opinion. Ahead of February's local government election, the government used its majority in both houses of parliament to approve a law that subsumed the office of the political ombudsman, right? The country political referee in the political ombudsman is literally the country's referee, the country's political referee in the ECJ. I love that because he gives the red card, the yellow card, or the the foul with no card when it comes on to anything to do with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. So if there's an investigation regarding, say, ballot boxes being missing or tampering of ballots, the political ombudsman operates independently to investigate these things, so there's no collusion in the investigation. But we have the CRC that wants to eliminate the political ombudsman function. Make it make sense. I smell a dirty rat. The ECJ, comprising independent members and an equal number of representatives from the two main political parties in the state body that manages Jamaicans' elections, right? So the ECJ comprises of independent members and equal number of representatives from two main political parties. That's fair, right? It's a balance, right? You have equal number over here, equal number over there, and then the political ombudsman right in between to make sure that he creates the balance and there's not any interference from either side. It emerged from the deadly political turmoil of the 1970s and has earned international respect for transforming. You heard that? Earned international respect for transforming the electoral system. Again, why would you want Miss Malahoo? Shout out to Clarence Banks in the building. Eric McDonald, salute. I can't look at the chat while I'm reading. I'm sorry. Salute to you guys. Why, Marlene Malahoo, why would you want to take away this power from the political ombudsman? Under what? Taking us away from the monarchy of England. It sounds good. It sounds good. But guess what the problem, Miss Malahoo? There are several politicians under investigation right now. Even the last election, there's still cases in court about who won. If I'm not mistaken, if there's somebody out there that correct me if I'm wrong, I'll take the correction. I'm just saying there's a lot of corruption going on within the hierarchy of our government. We have our own government going against the Constitution where the DPP is concerned, appealing the office of the Constitutional Court that declared that she was no longer in power since September of last year. And these are the same people that now want to what? Take away the power from the political ombudsman, shout out to Double Speaks, and then give it to the Constitution, the same Constitution that they had no regard for, that declared that the DPP, by law of the Constitution, is no longer operational. The office of the DPP is empty. They went even further with that by declaring a new acting DPP, which by the constitutional law, one second, y'all. Yes, my voice is so heavy. Which by the constitutional law is illegal to have an acting DPP without any DPP in the office of the DPP. Right? But let's move on. So I think this is hypocrisy, and I think there's some foul play. I smell a rat, in my opinion, because this government did not honor the Constitution and bow down and say, well, you know, the Constitution says this, the DPP is not there. Let's go forward and appoint a new DPP. They're still fighting to put the old one in. That's almost 64 years old, going to 65, which the new amendment of the law states that at 65, she would no longer be the DPP. They are desperate to put this woman in, going against the Constitution. This is what is happening in Jamaica in our government. Shout out to Strawberry. She said she's listening while cleaning. I appreciate you. Right? So let's go further into the article, because this don't make no sense. Why would you want to take away this is crazy. The opposition, People's National Party, and the other critics have argued the move will bring the commission into political fray by asking it to sanction partisan behavior and risk damaging its independence. I agree. Giving the ECJ to the Constitution eliminates its independence, because you're eliminating the one institute that is actively working independent. You cannot ask the PMP or the JLP members to act in an independent, non-partisan way, right? And not cheat to win the election. You need an outside independent body to make sure that they cannot do that. So why is the JLP the present government? Because this lady represents them, as far as I understand, right? Why is she asking now? And if I'm wrong about that, please correct me. I'm not, but this move does not help the People's National Party. This move helps the JLP going into the next election because we already are accusing them as the people of Jamaica of stealing the elections, which was the local government elections. Now you're going to take away the one power of independence where the Electoral Commission of Jamaica is concerned, which is the political ombudsman. Take away his function. We're going to hell. We are all the way gone to hell. All right? There's no doubt about it. This does not sound very pleasing or good to me. I am very concerned as a citizen of Jamaica reading this article. The intent of Miss Marlene Malahoo. So that's my question. Why? Why? This sounds like, where is your integrity, man? Where's the integrity of the JLP? And I think it comes into question when you want to remove somebody so important as the political ombudsman. And the reason why I say that is because we read earlier the function of the political ombudsman is the ombudsman was appointed to investigate and address complaints reported by normal citizens of Jamaica. And they can investigate anybody, the prime minister. Nobody is exempt from a non-biased investigation because it operates with a significant degree of independence. And it's charged to represent the interest of the people of Jamaica. Why would you want to compromise the interests of the people of Jamaica, Miss Marlene Malahoo? These are questions based off your actions that you are proposing. And I think it's a fair question. And the people in the chat, if you understand what I'm saying, the people that's watching the replay, if you understand what I'm saying, does my question make sense to you? Or doesn't it? Does it or don't it? Which one? But let's continue. The proposal for the ECJ to be enshrined in the Constitution maintains a recommendation by a 1990s Constitutional Commission. The recommendation for the role of the Ombudsman not to be included in the entrenchment of the ECJ, primarily because there's no consensus of that. There's no consensus on the ECJ getting constitutional protection, said an official who was non-authorized to speak on the matter. Well, if he's non-authorized to speak on the matter, I don't care about his or her comments. It means that the cabinet will have to decide whether to support a recommendation that conflicts with legislative change that it agreed to and concretized in law in February. So this move goes against a recommendation, goes against legislative change that was agreed upon in February, right? If the proposal is pursued, it could mean that the ombudsman role would once again have to operate as a standalone authority. They want to strip the authority of the ombudsman with no backing of the government, right? They don't want to be challenged, questioned, or investigated. Why is that? When we have 6 illicit thieves in the government, on the JLP side, allegedly, that's under investigation for alleged crimes, where soliciting personal enrichment is concerned, right? Where the Integrity Commission is supposed to give us a report about, right? Why would you want to strip the political ombudsman going into a general election here when that's his main function or her main function? Make it make sense. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, who piloted the change, has dismissed arguments that the ECJ risks being tainted by political controversy as ill-conceived. I do not trust you, Delroy Chuck. You talk with two tongues. You're a very shifty character. All right? That's me personally. I don't trust Delroy Chuck. And his comments are ill-informed. It is definitely risking the political, tainting the political process of elections. If you remove the ombudsman, definitely, it's no question about it. Jamaica has a long history of corruption where elections are concerned. The JLP has gone to hill and high water when they have lost election back in the past and accused the PMP of actually, doing wrong things where the elections is concerned so they could win. So now it's interesting to me that somebody like Delroy Chuck that's been in politics for so long now is backing the move to eliminate the political ombudsman, where the ombudsman has got the international praise for reforming, right, the integrity of the electoral process. This is what we're dealing with right now in Jamaica. This is one of the newest things we're dealing with, because it's like every day it's something else. There's so much things happening. It's like sometimes I can't even cover everything. I just have to pick my spots as to the most important things or what I have time to look at, right? When the news is fresh. It is the government's position that the ECJ is the most appropriate mechanism to operationalize the function of the political ombudsman. So basically what they're saying is the ECJ should have the function of the political ombudsman to what? Investigate corruption in their own. Imagine the police force, right, being accused of corruption, and you're telling us that the police force should be able to investigate themselves. What a piece of nonsense by this current government. It says it is the government's position that the ECJ is the most appropriate mechanism to operationalize the function of the political ombudsman, as there are inherent similarities in the legislative prescribed functions of both parliamentary commission, he said. I guess that's Delroy Chuck again. I do not trust Delroy Chuck at all. His integrity, politically, everything gone. For me personally, Jamaica, I don't know how you feel about him. Tell me what you feel about him in the comment section. As a matter of fact, I don't trust the JLP, period. When you have a leader that has not declared his assets, when you have a leader that has put out a gag order on the entire parliament where the illicit six is concerned, you're hiding something, clearly. You cannot be trusted. As a matter of fact, I believe an outside entity should step in and remove the prime minister. He should not be operating while not declaring his assets and putting out gag orders. I think that should be some type of stipulation moving forward where a prime minister is concerned. If you're under investigation for possible enrichment of yourself with our tax dollars, you should be removed. You should be removed. I'm very, very serious. And I stand on that, right? Point blank, period. That should be against the law or the Constitution. We need to have transparency. We need somebody with integrity to be our leader. Putting out gag orders does not spell integrity. That's like signing an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Don't speak. What are we doing? But the first ECJ chairman, Professor Errol Miller, has slammed the change as by far the worst legislation affecting the electoral law passed by the Jamaican Parliament since 19 since becoming a nation in 1962. The first ECJ chairman, Professor Errol, let me highlight this. Because this is the highlight of this, right? That's all right. I want to look on that good. Kev's Butterfly, what's going on, baby? Salute to you, love. I want you guys to look at that and let that soak in. All right? 313. I'll say that again. The first ECJ chairman, the very first one, has slammed the change. The change is what? Moving the political ombudsman. He has slammed that change as by far the worst legislation affecting electoral law passed by the Jamaican Parliament since becoming a nation in 1962. And I 100,000,000,000,000,000% agree with the former chairman, the first chairman. How you doing, CC? Salute to you. This is political talk. This is not entertainment. This is straight education right here. All right? And that's just to tell everybody. Subsumming the functions of the political ombudsman into the electoral commission and making each commissioner political ombudsman or ombudswoman fundamentally alters the commission and brings every commissioner into direct engagement with the minutia of participant politics, argued Miller in a speech on April 3rd. Wow. So basically he's saying to make all the members of the ECJ a political ombudsman or ombudswoman would severely compromise the ECJ and the electoral process. And I 100,000,000,000,000,000% agree. Miller was the first chairman of the ECJ, serving from 2006 to 2012. He chaired the Procedure Electoral Advisory Committee from 2000 to 2006. So this man has been operating, wow, it's 24 years. Wow. He has a resume in this field for 24 years. I take the recommendation of a man like that. His credibility and his integrity is not in question where I'm concerned. Just based off his statement and how long he has been doing this. Shout out to Mr. Miller. Anyway, they big up yourself. I wish you more health, blessings, and abundance, sir. Mr. Errol Miller. Honorable Errol Miller, as a matter of fact. Can't you be the Prime Minister, sir? We need a change. Seriously. If you, anybody but this individual. Because every day I hear more and more that makes my stomach turn and make my head hurt me as to why this government is operating the way they are. Right? They seem very guilty of all the things that they are being accused of because of the moves that they're making. The first phase of the CRC work is primarily built on advancing recommendations for constitutional change that have had long-standing consensus, mainly through the Joint Select Committee of the Constitutional and Electoral Reform that did work in the 1990s. No, I don't have a problem with change, but change that makes sense. So the CRC needs to come and bring some recommendation that helps the Jamaican people and not hurt them. And my Jamaican people, don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. If you're hearing me and you're listening to this video, right? This move that they're making is not in the benefit of you, the people. What this will do, in my opinion and in the opinion of the first ECJ chairman, it is going to compromise your vote. Say, for instance, you voted for the JLP. And somehow, the people, this is a hypothetical situation, right? People in the ECJ are not for the JLP. And they switch the votes to the PMP. And Mark Golding win. Are you guys out there that is for the JLP? Will you be happy about that? Do you want that to be the reality? No. I'm going to answer that for you. So for the people on the PMP side, same thing. Say you voted for the PMP and the JLP, people in the EC, because remember the ECJ is comprised of JLP and PMP, right? So if the people in the ECJ decide that they want to switch those votes for the PMP to the JLP, and the JLP wins again, the PMP, will you be happy about that? So as Jamaicans, we are at a place where we can both agree that free and fair elections is definitely the way to go. We want our votes to be valid. We want our votes to be respected. And we want our votes to be counted as we voted, not changed, not altered. We don't want any form of corruption in the electoral process. And this move by Marlene Malahoo's office is very, very dangerous in my opinion. Extremely dangerous. But let's continue. Some of the other recommendations include the appointment of a non-executive president in a Jamaica. Jesus Christ, here goes it now. Here goes it now. This is the agenda, my people. This current prime minister wants to become the first president of Jamaica. However, with all of the dirt surrounding his name, allegedly, we cannot have the first president under so much investigation. No, we need somebody who is clean. We need a fresh start. We need somebody who have none of this corruption allegation behind the name. Andrew Wallace need to clear up his name first, brother. And we need to do it the right way. Declare your asset. If you don't have nothing to hide, let go of the gag order so everybody can speak and tell the media the truth, right? And you know, everything can go to court and we can move forward in power and have a wonderful nation that is ruling with integrity. But until then, no way, no oh. Jamaica president, you mad? Are you mad? With 6 illicit thieves in a parliament under the same prime minister, allegedly, under investigation. We cannot move forward like that. Listen to me, man. When you plant a seed, you know, whatever seed you plant, you don't reap anything different from the seed you plant. So if you're planting seeds of corruption, if you're planting seeds of illicit enrichment, anachronism, nepotism, what that is going to lead to is a country of crime and violence, right? Because you're now tipping the scales in favor of only your people because you have power and not giving the people that's the majority any of that power, which they really are the ones with the power. And the way you do that is changing their votes because their vote is their power. So we need the political ombudsman to stay where him there. We need the political ombudsman to be in office operating as he should or she should. Moving forward, until we can clean up the political space, so we can guarantee that the people that are operating are not thieves, are not robbing people's tax dollars. Until we can do that, we cannot move from under the political ombudsman, in my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comment section about that. Tell me what y'all think, my Jamaican people. From abroad and locally. Tell me what you think in the comment section when you watch this video. All right? Some of the other recommendations include the appointment of a non-executive president in the Jamaican Republic. The official's role would not be entirely ceremonial. However, as the new head of state, the new head of state would retain certain powers. Which powers, what kind? We need the details. And get no one's including nominating independent senators to an enlarged upper chamber. Upper chamber, that means higher than the government president we have now. Tell the boy, seeking more power. The process of appointing a president will involve two houses of parliament voting separately at a joint sitting. A move that would preserve the requirement of at least one opposing senator for appointment to be made. So a move that preserves the requirement of at least one opposing senator would have to vote for the other for the JLP for that person to win as a president. Now, if correct me if I'm wrong, hasn't people from the JLP go over to that is not hard. Put some money and dangle in front of some people and have no loyalty. So here what I'm going. Me not agree. I don't agree with that, and that cannot stand. And my Jamaican people tell me what y'all think about that. And my people in the not just Jamaicans. If you understand what I'm talking about in terms of this proposal, tell me what y'all think about that. Does that sit well with you? How would you guys have this type of change in your own political area, wherever you are, America, wherever, right? I think it's man, I don't like this. This is not good. There's a proposal for the office of the public defender, a government body set up to protect Jamaicans from state abuse, to be given constitutional protection. Again, the constitutional protection doesn't mean nothing with this government because they have gone against the constitutional protection. We need independent powers to investigate crimes of government officials and heads of state. It is as simple as that. The government is hoping that some of the changes include transitioning from the British monarch will take place before the next general election due September 2025. Oh, so at the time they on a plan to bring in this thing. That's what the bloggers have been saying for so long. Oh, so this is the agenda. This is the real agenda of this political party that's in power right now. He has set his eyes, this is Andrew Holness, has set his eyes on becoming the president of Jamaica. A president, a possible dictator, given how he's operating right now, not declaring assets, changing laws, doing whatever he wants, right? This is wow. Now I see what Talk Your Mind TV. Shout out to Cash Money in the building. What's up, baby? Now I see what Talk Your Mind TV is talking about. Now I see what all the vloggers is talking about. Andre Stevens, Lonesome, Rattigan. Now I see what I never understand the scope and the picture that they were painting. But reading this article really has opened my eyes as to everything that they were saying that this government is trying to achieve. But God is in control. That is all I will say about that. Shout out to Pastor Peter Chambers and Pastor and Prophet Peter Chambers and Pastor and Prophet Mark Stewart and all the other real prophets out there that have spoken about what will happen to this current administration and their leader if they don't remove themselves from power, because the people are going to turn against them. That is prophesied. And so it shall be done. This is the will of the Lord. All right. A sticking point is the opposition insistence that it will not support Jamaica becoming a republic while Britain's Privy Council remains the country's final court of appeal. Right? That Privy Council issue is slated for the CRC's second phase. There is pressure on Holness administration to rethink its position if it wants phase 1 reform to be implemented. The last part of this is interesting, but I want us to go back to the initial statement. The CRC is recommending that the ECJ is enshrined in the Constitution without the political ombudsman. And before I go, let me land my plane and close this out with the importance of the political ombudsman. Let me do that. All right. The office of the political ombudsman. Let me do that. Go across. All right. Yeah. The office of the political ombudsman was established as a commission of parliament to conduct investigations in accordance with the provisions of the Political Ombudsman Interim Act of 2002. Basically, my good people, Jamaica has a long history of a dark political space here in Jamaica, right? There have been gangs that have been alleged. I can't even say alleged because there's documentaries on this. There are gangs that literally was assigned or affiliated with both political parties. Who started first, we can go there or not. However, to me, it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is, and I could go there because it doesn't help this current administration if I did. However, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go back. The point of the matter is that within itself has created a bed, a playground to grow and plant seeds of corruption that has now, in recent times, in the 2000s, grown fruit and multiplied so many fruits of corruption that Jamaica is one. If you look at Jamaica on the corruption list, we are right up there, right? When it comes to corruption, nepotism, and anachronism, our government is right up there in the top echelon of most corrupt countries in the world. The political ombudsman, since appointed, has gained great political favor, international favor, and it also said so in the article before that I was reading, that the political ombudsman has gained international recognition, right? It says here clearly, the ECJ comprising independent members and the equal number of representatives from two main political parties. That means they would have 20 members from the JLP, 20 members from the PNP. These are the two major political parties, right? All right. It states that the body that manages, it is the state body that manages the Jamaican elections. It emerged from the deadly political turmoil of the 1970s and has earned international respect for transforming the electoral system. So with the help of the political ombudsman as the referee of the ECJ, they have gained international respect for transforming the electoral system. And now we have a proposal by Miss Marlene Malahoo, right? Whoa, what the hell is going on with this? Oh, we have now had a recommendation by Marlene Malahoo to now remove the entity, the power, the office of the political ombudsman from the ECJ, right? Move it away from it. How are we now going to have that same international recognition that we have worked so hard for and still working hard to improve on, because Jamaica is not there yet? Let's just say that, right? Jamaica is just not there yet. The ombudsman, it says here, the ombudsman is an official appointment. No, the ombudsman is an official appointed by the Governor General by instrument under the broad seal after consultation with the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition. So the Governor General consults both the opposition and the current Prime Minister about who would be the political ombudsman. And they both give their recommendation. The Governor General appoints the political ombudsman. Now, the political ombudsman now, it says here, has a significant degree of independence. Meaning, the political ombudsman doesn't really answer to nobody like that. He doesn't really answer to anyone, right? Operates independently like a private investigator, right? And is charged with representing the interest of the public. It says it right there in front of you. By investigating and addressing complaints reported by individuals. Before I go, I ask the question again. Miss Marlene Malahoo, why is you and your government putting this recommendation of removing someone with that amount of importance in regards to representing the people of Jamaica? That is the point of this live, and that is my question, and that's my question to all well-thinking Jamaicans. Shout out to Out of the Press. To all well-thinking Jamaicans, right? Ask yourself that question. Why is this government trying to remove a man that has this important function in our political process? One of the most important part of our political process, voting. Why are they trying to remove him from power? What are they hiding? I'll leave you guys to answer that question. I've made my point. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and joining me and listening to me. I know this is not entertainment, and we all love to laugh and jokes and all of this, but this is an election year, and even in your own part of the world where you are, I recommend that you guys really get hip to what the hell is going on. Because what is happening, I think this is happening on a global scale, and I've said it before, this is one of the most important times in political history for every single place where an election is going to happen in the next year. All right? So really pay attention to what is going on. CC, Cash Money, Kev's Butterfly, Strawberry 10, Double Speaks, Clarence Banks Jr., Cutting Edge, Godspace, Ryan Campbell, and anybody else that might watch this video. Thank you for watching. Please remember to smash the like button. All right, please remember to share this with somebody. Oh, and before I go, for the sensitive ones out there that you can't stand when anybody critiques your favorite politician, I have a message for you before I go, and this is it. Warning, if you can't take criticism, if you are hypersensitive, warning. If you can't listen to critique of your favorite politician, your favorite celebrity, your favorite person, warning. This is a warning. If you can't take a joke or a good roast, warning. Exit stage left. Get the hell up out of here right now, because This is not a safe space. I cannot guarantee you a safe space on the internet. I will not be held responsible for your insecurities. All right? I will not exit stage left. I cannot be responsible for what people say in the chat. Exit stage left. This is not a safe space. Get out.
Run.
I said responsibility, but you know, but yeah, I won't be held responsible, man. And that's my time.